Hey guys, first to Guardsman here, and today I'll be talking about a Stalker bolt rifle build for the tactical class in patch 8.1 of Space Marine 2. Now the Stalker bolt rifle is one of the best guns in this game. It does a ton of Majoris damage, a ton of Extremis damage, and a truly staggering amount of damage to things like Neurothropes. This is probably the best weapon in game for killing a Neurothrope, at least as far as ranged weapons go. Power Fist might be slightly better with Auspex, but overall, this one nukes them down so quickly with all your ranged damage buffs, things like aligned aim, and things like balanced distribution, and even steady aim. And if you put down a concentrated fire on a Neurothrope, you will just evaporate them, even on absolute difficulty with their increased HP by yourself, pretty much. I'll show a clip of that for a second. This was on absolute, and we do just nuke this guy down so quickly. So a ton of damage, really valuable weapon. I will say the variant of the Stalker bolt rifle I do take here is the magazine capacity and ammo reserve option, mainly because I like to take the perk steady aim in operations, which is weapon spread and recoil are reduced by 20%, and range damage against terminus level enemies is increased by 15%. Now, weapon spread and recoil doesn't matter for this gun, but the increased terminus damage does let you nuke down the Neurothropes that much faster. But if you are playing in like siege mode, I would just take Emperor's Vengeance because ammo economy is way more important there because you're saving on requisition points. But in the actual operations, you do have a lot of leeway on your ammo, and if you have 3 teammates, you aren't going to be running out that much. Now, as far as the actual perk tree goes, I do just build into headshot damage here, into recoupment. This is a really good perk here, which is killing a Majoris level or higher enemy with a headshot with this weapon restores 1 armor segment. Cooldown is 15 seconds. This is some of like the only weapon perk armor recovery of any perk in this game. Really, really good, really valuable, pretty much on every single bolt weapon. And I also take more terminus damage here because we're trying to kill Neurothropes. That's kind of like the whole shtick of this build. Now, as far as the secondary weapon goes, I do take the heavy bolt pistol because I'm building for headshots and pure range damage. If you do want to swap out the perk balance distribution here for the plasma boost and not like lose out damage on your heavy bolt pistol or something, or you just want to take this perk here to like take a plasma pistol, you certainly can. And the plasma pistol is better in the siege mode than it is in the operations, so I would take this instead for that. But balance distribution is better for your overall Stalker bolt rifle damage. But as far as the heavy bolt pistol tree goes, I just build it this way, go up here, and I go down into Great Might for more terminus damage as well. Alternatively, you could take the increased capacity version instead, and for plasma I just build it this way. And for the actual melee weapon, I do take the Artificer block chainsword because speed is just way more important than strength here, and whatever damage difference there is for like the block on the relic tier and this one, you make up for it by hitting more. And this also enables you to get more contested HP back with things like swift recovery, heavy attacks restore 100% more contested health, applies to the following attacks: quick punch, front kick, shoulder bash, stomp. So this is still a very valuable perk, especially with the speed stat here. And if you have the full throttle skip, you'll just bash into Minoris waves and take basically no damage. Now, I will say you can take the fencing version if you want. This is by no means a bad weapon, but I have been recently enjoying the block knife because the block knife is very strong. Shadow Stab is a very powerful ability. This one does a ton of boss damage like Neurothropes or Landed or something like that. And I will say that recently the battle focus, it did get nerfed. It's like this no longer applies the Auspex bonuses of things like concentrated fire on your parry. So the damage of tactical is severely nerfed here for like melee combat, and the block knife does do slightly more damage than like even an Artificer block version on the chainsword will. So that's why I kind of like this weapon. Now, as for the actual perk tree, I do go here for balance distribution, which is your primary weapon deals 10% more damage, but your secondary weapon deals 10% less damage. This is basically an enabler for our Stalker bolt rifle, and this is just to do more damage to bosses primarily. You do feel the damage loss a bit on your secondary with the heavy bolt pistol, but overall, this still makes your Stalker bolt rifle hit like a truck. And then I move here into Height and Vigor, which is after a perfect time parry, block, or dodge, you deal 10% more melee and gun strike damage, do not lose control upon taking heavy hits, and cannot be knocked back for 10 seconds. No knockback resist in this game is incredible. It lets you hit things that you would otherwise be unable to, prevents you from getting stun locked by things like Zoanthrope balls, and even stuff like the Sword Warrior hits, so super valuable. If you are using a fencing weapon though, you could take this, though you will be a little more vulnerable, but the range damage increase of like 25% is still very good, although it only lasts for 5 seconds, which is not like super long in this game. And then we take steady aim for operations, or Emperor's Vengeance for siege mode, pretty self-explanatory there. And then we take the aligned aim perk for our team perk here, which is range damage increases by 15% for all squad members. I will just be like straight up that the secure stockpile buff is just way better overall. This This is just like an SSS tier perk, but this isn't supposed to be like a hyper meta build. It's supposed to be for fun, and aligned aim is still like a very good perk in this game. Still an A tier for sure, and a range damage increase of 15% for everyone really enables all the damage numbers for your teammates, like your heavy or even your sniper. So still a good perk. This one's just better. Next perk here is Vital Data. Scanning extremis or terminus level enemy restores Auspex scans charged by 50%. There are simply more bosses now than there have ever been, and more Auspex is always good, especially with Concentrated Fire being an amazing ability. So I pretty much just take this all the time now. And then Battle Focus, a perfect time parry or block gives the parried enemy a mark from Auspex scan. This works on bosses as well, and it's still a very powerful perk. Not quite as powerful as it used to be, but any amount of bonus damage is bonus damage, and this is just the best perk in this tree overall. And then here we take a Concentrated Fire. Auspex scan zone lasts 60% longer. Enemies marked by Auspex scan take an additional 120% damage, but they lose the mark when they leave the scanned area. This is just overall the best because when you properly place it, you just get more damage for longer, and the damage here is kind of absurd unless you nuke down most bosses. And bosses are really fat in this game, so they usually like to sit in like one spot and just get like bopped by this anyways. And then we take Radiant Impact for our signature perk, which is a melee finisher. Additionally deals significant area of effect damage in a 10-meter radius. Cooldown is 90 seconds. This perk is just the meta because it does the most. It'll wipe out whole Majora's packs. Honestly, there are times where like this does more than your actual weapons do, especially now with the battle focus nerf. And Radiant Impact is just super valuable for that reason, even on like a 90-second cooldown. And as far as the perk tree goes here for our prestige perks, we do take Acuity, which is just more headshot damage, probably like one of the best perks in this whole tree. Then we go into Skilled Supplier here for more ammo reserves because I'm not taking the set Emperor's Vengeance here for the operations, but even with Emperor's Vengeance, this perk is still good because it helps your secondary weapon. And then I take the perk here for Resilience, which is just Medicae stims, restore 40% more health, makes your Medicae just more valuable. And then I take Fortitude because health increases in this game are just incredibly valuable, and this is like one of the only tank perks on this whole tree for anything regarding the tactical. And that's pretty much all there is for this build. You have quite a few options. Now you could take the Fencing Knife if you really wanted to like use a knife instead, but the Fencing Knife is pretty bad in this game compared to the Block Knife, and the Fencing Chainsword is a much better fencing option if you want to do that. I'll fall back a bit here. So I don't get comboed.
Commencing Auspex scan.
That has so much fucking HP now. Yeah, damn. But anyway, hit by that artillery, so not their most dangerous attack. I can't even try to dodge it and he still grabbed me.
We are victorious over the Xenos threat. Rearming.
Hear that Devourer back here. So once he gets to 50% HP, he's gonna spawn more guys. So until then, just clean up these guys.
magazine in. Swapping magazine. All specs engaged. We made the lictor disappear for good. Disgusting tyrannid scum.
They really whip warriors here. That's very important.
Pathetic tyranny. Magazine in.
There we go. We only have to spend like
Activating all specs advanced.
we only have to spend like 90% of our ammo, but I do be how it be even if everybody's running this. You know, in a team it doesn't really matter. You don't mop them, but still.
The tyrannid menace annihilate. Changing magazine.
Genuinely a harder boss fight than power fisting triple hell versus a bulwark. It's kind of funny. That's one boss down. They're usually the hardest part, so. Next box we find is like guaranteed to be ammo. So we got a relic here. No, we didn't. The whip guys are rude. It's true. Let's see. Is the Neurothrope easier or harder than the Hellbrute? It depends. Depends what you're playing. I think he's overall easier though. It's because Tyranids are.
Ammunition cache.
Especially for our build right now, we'd mop him. Carnifex is way harder than a Neurothrope for this setup.
Fresh magazine in. Mobilize reinforcements. Eliminate.
Sword warriors now? Okay.
Fertilizer.
Let me bump these dudes. Yeah, the operations when you're fighting with the bosses. The bosses are like genuinely harder than a lot of the siege mode stuff is. When you're by yourself, because you just like, you know, you take a bunch of damage on a class like tactical or one that doesn't have like an easy recovery option if you're not using a bull carbine or something. You're gonna get slapped. You're gonna lose a fat chunk of your HP, and it's not easy to get it back in this mode.
Silence that burning call for more of its foul. We will slay it and its allies. Swapping magazines.
Oh, that's actually swinging me here.
Pathetic tyranny of God. The hive mind reels from the Neurothrope's death. Scanning.
I jumped out of my little circle.
That one calls for reinforcement.
You'll grab those Ushok things, that's very useful.
Fresh munitions.
Oh, and a relic, that's nice.
This kindles my righteousness.
Look at all this bramble.
Disgusting tyrannid scum.
Alright, you get out of here.
Xenos Bioform. Full specs prime. Fresh magazine in. The lictor has us in its sights. Destroy the spore mine. Shock grenade.
Put that shock grenade down for the spore mines, just in case. I think it's going to be obnoxious to start hovering around, because we'll get them all.
Another Xenos Bioform eliminated.
There we go. Perfect. Well, so far so good. The hairiest part was the Carnifex fight, but it usually is. Pretty hard when when you stack a Carnifex on top of like a Raven or a Lictor, it can get very difficult. But we were okay.
Master, first waypoint ahead. Let us enter the camp.
I get a Neurothrope in like the actual area here. I love your Astartes version of live, laugh, love on your falchion. True. It's basically what it is.
Reporting in. Team has arrived at the Imperial Guard camp.
Talassa,
Right.
you need to acquire the
Ah, yes,
last
100% damage reduction on blocking.
to deploy and arm their ordnance. Source one from any soldier you see, alive or otherwise.
Enemy reinforcements
So yeah, whenever you use a Stalker bolt rifle, like the biggest bane of your life is just the sword warriors. Like a med sim. It's nice.
Pathetic tyranny of Diligence, brothers. We will
Let's
find
wrap this.
those codes.
Collector. Gonna jump at me? Oh shit, no, the unblockable's coming. I love to do that when you put them in the corner.
Diligence, brothers. We will find those codes.
What are you doing? Dumbass. Don't screech at your enemies. Attack them. Like, it was a hive mind. Like, alright, Ravener, now yell at him. He's like, alright, I got this. Gets shot in the face.
Brothers, I hope you're having better luck.
Oh, God.
Rearming. Deploying shock grenade. Changing magazine. Diligence, brothers. We will find those codes.
Fuck these guys.
Another single fireball eliminated. Diligence, brothers. We will find those codes.
Bro was about to sing his solo on stage. Yeah, the Ravener. Like, I always see the point in like, okay, like, you know, we're a super hyper efficient hive mind. Let's use the infamous scare tactic of yell at them.
Diligence, brothers. We will find those codes.
Oh my god, this guy. Dude, I'm just gonna auspex you. Thank you.
Diligence, brothers. We will find those codes. The codes are not here.
You can greatly tell the damage decrease this class faced after again, its auspex nerfed on the parry. Though with secure stockpile, he's still definitely an S class because he makes up for it by just blowing everything
The
up.
hive mind load. I have the codes, brothers. Captain.
When do you recommend
demolition
popping
codes are
the
secure.
Dreadnought in hard siege?
Proceed to the Prometheum
Probably
refinery
like
and complete
15 at the
demolition
absolute
preparations.
earliest, but like really as late as you possibly can, because it gets to a point where you kind of have to use the Dreadnought to push the wave, or you're gonna get, or you're just gonna get timed out. So that's the main thing there.
No telling what surprises await.
Do you play with a controller or mouse and keyboard? Mouse and keyboard. I only play any games with the controller, so I play fighting games.
This is where we sow the enemy's defeat, brothers.
I'm gonna save my ammo here because I want to shoot the Neurothrope boss.
All specs ready to scan.
Except for you, you die.
You are fertilizing now, too much. All specs tagged a burrowing tyranny. Fresh magazine in. Kill that foe, lest it summon aid. Our foe will not best us with numbers.
Am I tripping or are there 2 Raveners?
Raven it down.
No, it's not.
Exterminate. Rearming. Target is rallying reserve forces. Halted.
Oh, that's not good. I forgot he's a enraged boy. My armor back.
Now the
Recoupment.
Xenos bioform eliminated. Eliminate the tyranny bio. Commencing force phase scan. Target seeks to mobilize reinforcements.
Oh, he felt that for sure.
Its brethren answer the call. Destroy the store mine. Rot, Tyrannid scum.
I got an unnecessary hit, couple of unnecessary hits in there. It's unfortunate, but what are you gonna do? I don't want to face that. These devourers in the back are gonna be a problem.
Disgusting Tyrannid. Force deep scan ready.
Alright, these guys don't want to attack me. Then like we have a problem here.
All specs tag the Neurothrope. The Neurothrope psychic hounds full sight. You are fertilized, Xenos. Fresh magazine in. Silence that vermin's call, the more of its foul. Pathetic tyranny. Changing magazine.
So we do have the damage buff going right now because we're very low HP. So our, oh god, enraged boy, epic. We do the damage buff for our Stalker bolt rifle because We're low HP, so it's like a 25% base headshot damage increase, which is very strong in this game. Very noticeable. Alright, is there like a crate here or something I could break? Anything, or just gonna be more of these guys? Okay.
All specs prime.
That's him.
Swapping magazine. Exterminating.
I'll go over to the ammo crate over there. That's my next plan.
You are fertilizer now, Xenos.
Having a radiating impact proc here in a second, because radiant impact will probably balance out some. Oh, I don't want to get caught by that. I 2 for 1. That's pretty good. There we go. Promethean Fields could be like an ammo drought area, so thank God we didn't get like a boss spawn here.
Bioform eliminated.
Alright, it's gonna be hard to deal without. I think I'm just gonna do it this way.
All specs engaged.
Let me just 2-shot him. Alright. That is that. It's very difficult to melee those guys when they're enraged like that.
Talassa, Cadians are running out of time. How close are you to the Promethean facility?
Arriving at the objective now.
You are making good time. We are going to need it.
Let us finish what the Cadians started.
Use the codes to prime the bomb and finish its deployment into the crude Promethean well. Cautiously.
Okay, how do you do that? You're just standing there holding the block and the majority of the triple attack and get the block in all 3 hits. I'm just holding it. I'm re-putting in the input. It's I mean, there's a 0 frame startup on it. It's an animation cancel, so you can really just hit as many times. As long as you can just parry everything in front of you.
No more surprises from this victor.
As long as you get the timing right, you can parry as many attacks from in front of you. Or at least you can parry like 3 or 4 enemies.
Pathetic tyranny. All specs ready to scan.
Wait, does Auspex on parry have different characteristics than the outright Auspex? It does now, which is why Tactical is not as strong as it used to be. Because it does not have the
Activate all specs. Kill
the buff that my actual Auspex does.
You are fertilizing. Enemy reinforcements have heard the
Oh yeah, you see, I 2-shot them. And this guy's no Auspex on them. But I 2-shot them when they're in the normal Auspex, or like the concentrated fire Auspex. Oh, I just gotta try to sneak around that corner at me. Or can you attack me? Thank you.
That one calls for reinforcements. Fresh magazine in. Exterminating.
Alright. Oh shit.
Changing magazine. Kill that foe, lest it summon aid.
I was gonna catch him in that.
Disgusting tyranny scum.
Okay.
Missions.
The new Absolute is so brutal solo. Lethal's like easy mode compared to it. Lethal's always been pretty... I mean, it's easy with bots. If you're playing it by yourself, though, it is definitely hard.
Crane sequencing initialized. Delivering payload.
It's definitely hard for sure. Okay. Let's just hope this all works out, huh?
Overwatch needed on generator 1.
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, bro, I'm doing a bro. Oh god. I gotta do something about that. Oh no, they're all coming. Alright, you know what this means, guys? It means it's bombing time. It's hedgehogging and bombing time. Sorry. I don't have time to fight your kind. Oh shit, yes I do. Oh my god, I actually can't fight off these guys and clear off the generator at the same time. I'm literally straight up the worst possible spawn for this. The bad melted bomb though.
The first leg of this race is behind us.
I panicked there, I'm not gonna lie, guys. 'Cause I thought I just had to get the generator no matter what. I was more worried about that than the actual... I just meleeed them.
Stalks the battlefield known.
There we go.
Free, brothers.
Right, it's probably one of the hardest parts of this whole mission at that point. What a waste of a Guardian Relic, though. What's that mean spawn to put on me a Lictor and a Ravener in the middle of a generator defense?
Silence that guardian's call for more of its foul threat. We will slay it and its allies. Together we can secure that generator once more.
My axis aligned. Margin of
Progress is progress, brothers. We are almost there.
probable avian infestation.
Why are you giving me the same generator twice? I was missing all the blocks there.
We are ready to ambush the enemy, Captain.
Okay.
There is an observation platform overlooking the Cryptomethium fields. It will make a good vantage for your ambush.
That was flippin' annoying. That really peeves me losing a Guardian Relic over a generator, but it's either that or losing the game, I guess.
Go beast! Take it down! Target is rallying reserve forces.
I'm just gonna go to the area. I'm like going off to go fight that bio war.
Show them carnage.
Be a waste of ammo.
Ready. Counter bomb. You are fertilizer now, Xenos. Swapping magazine. Commencing all-state scan. Exterminate.
I don't know if I should have used my melted bomb there. I might need that for a boss fight if you get another one up here. But if it's a Neurothrope, we should be okay. Alright, that guy got hit by the outer part of it, or got shot by me. Frag grenade. It's not awful. Better than nothing.
We made our Primarch proud.
I would prefer like a shock. Maybe even a crack. Alright, well, this is like, I'm pretty sure this is a guaranteed box here that spawns. There's one up here as well. Now, if you had a Neurothrope, that's not too bad. Hopefully not another Carnifex, though. That could be pretty problematic. We do have actual sims this time for it. Alright, Neurothrope. I can live with that. Because we're actually built for that boss.
Neurothrope, keep your distance.
Oh yeah, look at that damage we do. That's even on with the increased HP.
More specs, keep scanning here. Thought you could hide from an estate. All specs tagged a burrowing tyranny. Fresh magazine in.
Oh my god, this fucking dick. I hate when they catch you right out of your roll if you're dodging something else. There we go. Alright, that's the end of the extremis there.
Nowhere left to dig now.
I can't properly see this thing's head. If I walk out, it's going to do this shouty thing. Alright, there we go. This is for the best. Now I get to do this. It's like, holy shit, look how much damage. Look at all that damage. That's pretty good. That's not good. That's really bad. Dude, fighting this thing on top of a lictor, rushing you in that, not my favorite thing in the game is Space Marine 2. Let's put it that way.
Throwing frag grenade. Rearming. Pathetic tyranny. All specs prime.
It's premium damage. And that is the reason I was not too worried about a Neurothrope on this build here, because we can just wreck them. It'll be purely built for boss damage on this one.
We broke the Xenos onslaught. Another Xenos bioform eliminated.
Not super epic versus a Carnifex, but versus a Lictor. Oh no, this would be a Neurothrope. Very powerful, very good. Alright.
physics facility. Run distraction efforts as long as you can.
On my honor, I will ensure your mission is a success.
The true solos now in the official PTS, not the PTS, the official live game, they vary so wildly in difficulty. Because like sometimes the game will just send like 20 extremis at you, and then other games will send like 10 or like 15. It's such a dramatically different difficulty. And sometimes it doesn't even send like 2 bosses, just like 1.
Activating all specs advantage.
My frame's dying here. What's going on?
Disgusting tyranny.
There we go. So this final portion shouldn't be too hard. I will be posting this build up tomorrow or something. Make a guide about it. With the caveat that, like, you know, you take this build into Siege, and you're going to absolutely demolish a Neurothrope with your concentrated fire. It'll be a joke. Because they have even less HP than they do here. Like, that one burst we did, basically, would probably just kill one in Siege mode. And killing Neurothropes is very, very useful. Especially in the Siege, because in Siege, they're even more problematic.
Stay close and sharp.
How does the official True Solo compare to the previous modded True Solo? The boss fights are harder because the boss fights are just harder now in Absolute in general. But I would say it's about the same. It's easier than the increased spawns, so that's for sure. But also Tactical is not as OP as he used to be. So it kind of evens out. I say it can still be hard, but like sometimes the spawns are a little wonky compared to like the mod version.
Coming, brothers. Plenty for everyone.
Alright. Let us.
Brothers, they are almost over the wall. We may be overrun, but never defeated.
They're gonna move over here.
The bulk of the swarm is continuing along the protected path. Continue holding.
Exterminate. Fresh magazine in.
I thought it would be a, actually I might still deal damage to these guys.
You are fertilizer now, Xenos. Changing magazine. Stand resolute, Mr. Xenos. Behind us, brothers.
I like I have my white scar skin on for this, but you know, whatever.
Shock grenade loose.
I would have wasted a radiant impact.
Pathetic tyranny of bondage.
Halfway there, brothers. Keep it up.
We have more
Oh
enemies
shit.
on the horizon. Scan ready. The Xenos are forming a pyramid. Switching to close assault.
Yeah, there we go. Perfect.
The swarm has almost fully committed. Be
Oh, can I
ready
get to
for
him?
my
It's kind of
mark.
greedy, but sure can.
Exterminate.
Oh, you went enraged. Okay.
Rearming. Picking up extra rounds.
You are clear to detonate. Cook those rotten bastards.
Yes, Captain. You heard him.
Oh, okay, kill these guys first. Oh.
Changing magazine.
Alright, let's do that. Alright, we're gonna walk on over to the,
Valiant to Titus. Greetings from the fire.
Lieutenant Bioscience down 90% and full. Swarm annihilation confirmed. Excellent work. Move to extract.
absolutely just deleted that guy.
Thunderhawk arriving at evac point.
Like 2-shot.
Down and ready.
We can make it. Keep going.
I'm just dip. That was a little rough at times. So yeah, the Neurothrope was easier than the Carnifex was for sure, but again, the Stalker bolt rifle is like the Neurothrope killer, and we did build for like 45% extra boss damage from what we would usually have. It's a very chunky on top of the concentrate fire. Alright. 23 Extremis that time, and like 70,000 total damage. So that's about right. We did have to waste that Guardian Relic. That was pretty hard. But you know, that's really all there was for that mission. Absolute difficulty can just be difficult, those boss spawns, especially for the tactical now, after his nerf, and just, you know, the true solo, survival in general.